Welcome back everybody into another daily scalping recap. Today we're going to have a look at euro dollar and gold as always, and you can see already from this big spike very early during the New York session, we had the ADP data that was coming very poor, and this also gave us the very sharp spike up, and then we're going to see the bias for the rest of the session. As you can see that the price is basically at the same level, so not really affecting the long term, but let's have a look from the scalping perspective how it went. So we can see already, now let me bring Epic Pen on the chart. Okay, so we can see already that, I mean, of course there was no point trading before the news. We have a huge spike up. I saw it a second, there was a brief second where this candle made its way and it flipped, and that could have been a nice entry. I would say that just that during the live thing was a really split second, but of course also, yeah, between the click of the mouse and the execution probably it could be already there. Anyway, you said there's a huge spike up due to the volume. Now what we see after that is that price is creating a sort of order block on the top. So when it's actually breaking down below that, that's where I saw this possible trade idea, and a very high risk high reward, higher risk high reward entry would have been at the retest of these lows, so of these order block lows, which wouldn't have ended up in a loss because it would have only gone like 5 pips. But for sure, instead of taking the full 2.5 pips loss, I would have probably only got like a 1 pip loss. Anyway, I didn't take this trade, and then price is moving a little bit sideways, not really breaking any relevant PSA. When it does, it's not really that convincing. For example, it attempts to break above, but as you can see, at multiple wicks on the top. So even when we have this retest, it's not a full retest, it's a retest of these lows, but not of this PSA. So no entry yet. But when this is the last pivot area that I was targeting, so when it actually broke above, that's when I actually entered. This is an actual trade, and as you can see here, I took the buy. Price was making new higher highs and higher lows. We were breaking and retesting a relevant PSA. It was a little bit of drawdown around 1.7 pips. Stop loss was below there for 2.5 pips, and simply went to 10 pips without much of a fight. Then went and made a double top, sort of slow pullback, and I don't know, maybe I just want to have a look at if this is a 50% or 60. Yeah, it's actually a perfectly 50% retracement of this upside move. Let me just place it like this, for example. You can see that this is a sort of a nice shape of a pullback, but it will also end up being a loss. Anyway, you can see here, that's also why I don't use it for actual trade entries. You can see over here that the price is making lower highs and lower lows. It's a quite structured fashion. When we break below these last lows and we retest them, that's where we could have had a further trade idea. Is before New York Stock Exchange opening, and we are waiting for some news. So I don't know if I would have entered, where I would have taken my my TP, probably maybe even like, since I've been risk free all the trade, maybe also here at 6.7/7 pips would have been more than enough, especially because at this time there was some news coming in. I don't want it to be spiked up or down with the spread. As you can see, then nothing really did not really affect it, but then price moved below, retested these last lows, and this one gave us would have given us a very short unlucky probably loss. Really depends on the where the entry was, because it's exactly 2.5 pips. And the thing is that, yeah, we had the news. Of course, if we would have been lucky to have a good entry, but it's okay. I think that's a loss, and that's fine. We have another news at 4, which is 10 a.m. Eastern, and that affected the market a little bit. Not a little bit, but it actually gave a new direction of it. I was looking for some sell at the retest of these lows. The retest never came. Then I saw this sell, this opportunity below here. This one would have ended up being a loss. Then we make a low. So same thing now. At this time we have another block. So we are looking for highs and lows. And this is the actual trade. So first thing first. Yeah, the price retested that, but doesn't really matter. I had this entry over here that I was not managing it, so was poorly managed. We went very close to the stop loss multiple occasions with a 2 pip stop loss, with a 2 pip drawdown, and then went into a 7 pip TP. As I said, when also surviving this, either putting it break even, which will be above this high, which would have been perfect, or taking something off at 7 pips would have been the best trade management as a scalper. But yeah, as you can see, it reversed. And as you can see over here, I didn't take it, but price broke and retested exactly on the dot, this whole area. And this one would have been a perfect now re-entry. Would have been another 6, 7 pips, 8 pips even win. Taking something off or break even, then making a new low, but then again same thing, breaking above, retesting these previous highs. As you can see over here, you can even see that you want to really take the last area, the last PSA. You would have exactly, the retest was exactly on the dot. If you want really to be peaky, is exactly the retest of this candle body eyes, and yeah, it will go to 10 pips pretty fast. Then same thing, price is moving in a trendy fashion, retesting now. This is a retest of these last lows, it's not a retest of the highs. And I don't know, even if you entered over there, you will still be okay, and price would probably go, I don't know if it's a 10 pip, 7.5 pips TP. Now let's have a look on gold. Gold, same thing. So we were waiting for the news, and yeah, there's no entry over here. Same thing that as I was saying on EurUsd. So we could have been looking for sells over here when the price broke and retested. On gold, it would have gone at 20 pip. So it's a nice 20 pip range. So as a scalper, probably it would have been a win. Anyway, yeah, otherwise it would have been a small loss, because probably you would have adapted the stop loss into right above here, or even break even. It will then go to 30 pips. Then price will move sideways, trying to look at some sort of trending, but after taking the trades, and I was just waiting for the actual PMIs data, so that would have brought volume and the direction possibly. So I was not looking for any trade. And then as you can see over here, we are making all these tops, and yeah, New York Stock Exchange is coming, and then our last PSAs are these. So when we see that the price is actually breaking below that, the only thing is that is right before, where am I? It's right before the news, so it will be a little bit of a sketchy thing to do. But anyway, just technically, this entry will only have like 5 pips drawdown and then go into huge profits. But just to be safe and sure, you can see that after the news, you have some volume coming in, you have a clear break and retest. This is more than 20 pips. As you can see, 25, 27 pips for another win. Then we are retracing, we have these stops, that's only where I'm looking for buys, and I'm not really sure where and why to take sells, because also this last low is I want it to break out of the range before taking any entry. So no further entry in this range, and we're going to see that the price will move in this range for quite a long time. The only thing is that now we see there's a volume, we see the candle is breaking above and retesting exactly the last highs. So here you can see that we have a break and retest. It's right after London close, and this will go more than 50 pips. Yeah, 50 pips exactly. and give you a second chance over here, 5 people drawdown and more than 20 people of TP. So as you can see over here, price action really nice, both on EurUsd and gold. And yeah, gold gave a lot of break because there was no trade in this range, and while EurUsd gave us some nice further opportunity of price attempting to trend. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.